Microphone check. 1, 2. What's happening, Q? Interesting. Hey, Becca. How you doing? Interesting. What's happening, man? You guys ready? What we're gonna do? We gotta do this LeetCode virtual contest. All right. Where is that? 516. A new mastery section. I haven't solved any of I haven't solved any of those yet either, man. I gotta try and do some of them. I gotta do a lot for AlgoBlazer, man. It's a lot of work, especially I gotta go over like the lessons and put my own information in there instead of just having AI generate a bunch of random stuff. There's still a lot of work to do, man, but I think it's a good start. Alright, should I do this virtual first, or should I do the daily problem, man? Let me try the daily problem first. Wait, which one I hit? This one? Sounds a bit daunting, still pretty fun. Yeah, it's alright. I got Q3 a few minutes after the contest ended. Alright, I'm about to check it out, man. We'll see how that contest goes. But first, the daily problem. Smallest missing multiple of k. Given an integer array nums and an integer k, return the smallest positive multiple of k that is missing from nums. A multiple of k is any positive integer divisible by k. Nums constraints are so small, we might as well just I don't know, do something easy. So what am I trying to do, man? Is 0 a multiple of k? No, it's not in this case. So I guess I'll make a set from nums, and then I'll iterate over a bunch of stuff, and like if I can't find I times k, then I'm gonna just return that. Otherwise, I don't know. What do I return? 1, 0, -1? Return 1. Nick Suron, thank you very much for the follow. Alright, is this gonna work? Let's see. It does work. Real slow. I suppose we could, because the constraints are so small, we don't even really need a set. We can use a dang vector boolean to represent our set to see if something is there, because this is, I guess, pretty expensive. But anyways, we don't need to do all that for an easy problem, man. What we can do now is we can do the virtual contest. Here we go. Good luck. Thank you, Q. All right, check ASCII palindromic. You're given a string S consisting of lowercase English letters. Construct a binary string by replacing each character in S with the 8-bit binary representation of its ASCII value, including leading zeros, while preserving the original order of the character. To return true if the resulting binary string is a palindrome. Otherwise, return false. Alright, so what the heck, man? I guess I need like a char2 binary. Is there one built in? That would be nice. But I guess I'll just build my own. Let's call it 2 binary. And it takes in a char. And how are we gonna 8 bits? What does that mean? What's 2 to the 8, man? 256. Okay. Okay. 8 bits. That means, should I use a string to represent? Yeah, because they want a binary string. Alright, how the heck do you do this, man? So we need the ASCII value. So while C, C mod 2 would be the bit. And then should I put, how do I do bit plus 0? Is that like, is it like that? So that with a bit, and then we got to divide by 2, and then we got to reverse, and then we got to make sure that it actually, instead of while, this should be like something like this, and then if it's 0, it should be a bunch of leading zeros, you know, and then we reverse it, and then we return it. Do I have to specify that here? Maybe. So now I'll make an ants, and I'll just iterate through every character in the string, and then append this to the ants. Oh, this is not the answer, man. They only want a true false. So now that we have the string, we're gonna do a palindrome check, man. So palindrome 2 pointers starting at either end, left and n-1, and then while that, if they're not the same anywhere, then it's not a palindrome, man. Right? If it gets this far, it is a palindrome. Alright, there we go. Is it gonna work? Should be getting true and false. So we got true and we got false. I think it's alright, man. I'm gonna send it. Did I forget to do anything? Leading zeros. Whatevs. I'm gonna send it. Oh yeah, easy work. This being easy is criminal. Nah, I think, I don't know. I guess if you're weak on bits, it's tough or something. But I think it's easy, I guess. But it's easy for me to say after I've done like 2,000 problems. Roxanne, what's happened? Welcome to the party. Super easy. Wait, this here, thank you. Wait, man, we're in the middle of the virtual contest, man. Dang, you got this. There's a built-in. No, you just hit them with the bit set. That's crazy. Interesting. I don't know anything about these bit sets or whatever, man. I've never really used them. I mean, I have used bit sets, but I don't think, not the standard ones. I don't even remember which ones. All right, here we go. Python there is built in. I think C++ has too. Yeah, I should probably know that, but I don't remember anything in C++, man. Q2. Find all numbers disappeared in an array. Part 2. You're given an integer array nums and two integers, lower and upper. A missing integer is an integer in the inclusive range lower upper that does not appear in nums. Return a 2D integer array where each element is of the form start end, representing a contiguous range of missing integers. Return the range in increasing order. If there are no missing integers, return an empty array. Note, consecutive missing integers should be grouped into a single range. I gotta look at an example. Nums 397, lower and upper bounds, and then what does that mean? Ah, I see. The missing integers, so we need like missing integers from lower and upper. Okay, so what are the sorts? And then do that thing. All right, here we go. I'm gonna sort nums, and then I don't know. What do I do, man? Do I just go through them? And then why am I sorting? Because I'm thinking if I sort, it will be like 3, 7, 9, and then I'll just iterate through them, and the first thing I'll take is like from the lower to this or something. So it'll be like 1 to 2 is the first one. And then, hey, Leet Whale, what's happening? Welcome to the party. And then I'll see the gap between the next one and this one, and it's, you know, 4 to 6. And then I'll go to the next thing, and I'll see the gap between here, and it's 8 to 8. And then I see the gap here, and it is 10 to 12. That's why I'm thinking about sorting nums. Maybe you could make a set of nums or something instead. But I think it's all right. All right, what am I trying to do? I'm afraid I might miss some edge cases. But I guess we can say if what am I doing, man? If nums I, wait, how do I do this? It seems like not hard, but it seems a little weird with a bunch of weird if statements, you know? So I guess if, all right, between these lower and uppers, hey, Sai Basu from YouTube, what's poppin', man? How you doing? Welcome to the party. I had one of my best performances in this contest, but the contest was probably unrated because LeetCode included incorrect test cases for Q4. They fixed the Q4 test cases after the contest ended. Dang. So I guess no one got Q4 then, or what? The bright side, would you not want to iterate from lower to upper? Yeah, I was thinking about doing that too, and I'm not sure which way I'll do it yet. That's why I haven't really implemented anything, because I was thinking, you know, I could sort them, and then I just need to make sure that wherever I'm going through is, let me look at the constraints actually. So lower and upper, they're both 10 to the 5th. So if we went through lower to upper, then it could be done. Should I just do it that way? I don't think it has to be too crazy, man. So if I made a... Yeah, I can do it lower to upper, because I was gonna do something else, but now that I'm implementing, I was like looking at the lower to upper instead. But if they rejudge the contest, plenty of people's solution will be accepted. Interesting. Maybe with a break case once the last num element is seen. All right, this is what I was gonna do. I was gonna hit lower to upper, and I need a set maybe. So unordered set from nums. All right. How am I? Same problems for me, man. How am I gonna check? So do I just be like, man, am I tripping or what? So if I put everything in the hash map, so I start at 1. Yes. All right, here we go. So if the set contains I, I'm gonna just continue, right? But if it doesn't, then while, let me say, while j, or while the j's, I'm gonna run j as far as I can until we find a number that's good or that's in the set. So all right, that's me running j, and then now I guess we should push back I and j minus 1. That's what I'm thinking, man. Oh, and this should be j less than upper, less than equal to upper, right? And maybe that's what I'm thinking. Let me see. So we should get, what the heck is that, man? Oh, and then I see what's happening, man. So I can't just go to I plus, I gotta go to I equals j minus 1. I probably have some crazy off by ones in here. Is this straight brute force? I wouldn't call this brute force. Memory limit exceeded. What I do, man? Am I doing some craziness? Hold up, hold up. I'm gonna run it. Let me try and find my bugs with my eyeballs. Something I don't do very often these days. So if the set contains I don't want this number because we already have it. So I'm trying to find where my I runs until. So I set j equal to I. Maybe I should set j. I guess j equal to I is good. This is gonna be. Oh. Yes, that should be equal to end because we want to find out things that aren't included there. Yes, let me see. Yes, look at that. It's looking a lot nicer than before. So we got 5, 7, and this one empty. But am I confident enough to send it? Yes, I think I am. I don't know. Send it. I've never seen. Wait, you never seen what? The memory limit exceeded? I'm gonna send it, man. Oof, I was nervous. Like, is it gonna work? All right, Q3. Longest subarray with at most k distinct prime factors. Does this mean I'm gonna hit them with the sieve? You are given an integer array nums consisting of positive integers and an integer k. The prime factor set of a subarray is the union of the distinct prime factors of all its elements. Return the length of the longest subarray whose prime factors set contains at most k distinct prime factors. If no such subarray exists, return 0. All right, let me think a little bit here. JKDA, what's happened? If it is accepted, does that mean it is correct? Yes, it does. So accepted is all good, everything is good, but you could also get wrong answer where your algorithm just gave the wrong answer. You could also get time limit exceeds where your algorithm took too long to finish all the cases. And you could also get memory limit exceeded where your algorithm took too much memory to find the answer. Ayush, what's happened? Welcome to the party. All right, Q, you like this problem? All right, let me see example 1. So I'm thinking already, before I even really know how the problem works, I'm thinking we're gonna need a sieve. For sure, we're gonna need a sieve, right? And then the next thing I'm thinking is, I don't know, I gotta look at the examples. Steven Sagiball, what's happening? All right, nums and k. Wait, what? Distinct prime factors. Star Trail Society Studios, thank you very much for the follow. Python? No, I don't know Python, man. I can do like super basic Python. Star or Star Trail. All right, welcome to the party, Star Trail. This is C++ that I'm doing, but these problems can be solved in pretty much any language. All right, prime factors. Do I just simulate everything? Wait, how do I know? Oh, longest subarray. So it's like sliding window. All right. Here's something that I'm thinking. Is there some type of pre-computation you can do? How many prime factors are in like 100,000? Is that a lot? Because I'm trying to figure out, can I just calculate each element individually what the prime factors are? Or do I have to do some type of craziness where I just keep the same thing going until I hit all the numbers? Or I don't know. I don't even know what a prime factor is. It's like you just take the prime numbers and you keep dividing by that number, and if it can't divide anymore, you go to the next prime number. This problem hurts my brain. Hey, Prophet, what's happened? Dude, I want to learn recursion, backtracking, and DP. Suggest some playlists. I know I should practice to learn a concept, but knowing how to solve problems of that type is important. Yeah, I suggest to think about, I think what made things click for me for recursion was doing like binary tree DFS problems. Problems like sum of root to leaf, or no, I don't know, any DFS in a binary tree, because the recursion, it's like each step you only have two choices, left or right. And I used to just trace that recursion down the recursive path. And I did that a bunch of times, just draw everything out on paper, and it starts to make sense over time. And then from there, I guess backtracking is the natural progression. House robbers is good, maybe, for like DP, introductory to DP. Maybe either that or the Fibonacci problem. But you just gotta put in the time, man. Spend like 15 hours a week just thinking about recursion and drawing it out, and I'm sure you're gonna get it. All right. 2 and 5. All right. Let me see how these prime factor things work, man. So if we start with 10. What's the prime numbers? 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13. So 10 divided by 2 is 5. 5 divided by 2, not possible. 5 divided by 3, not possible. 5 divided by 5, possible. So you just keep dividing, and then if it can't go, you keep going up. I guess every number has the prime factors. So how do I get every single number, man? Do I cache the results? Maybe. Anyways, let me just see where I end up if I try and just simulate everything or whatever, you know? So if I iterate through every element, and then let me think. So I need a list of all the prime factors. So this is a sliding window, huh? And I'm gonna need a list or a map. These will be like all the prime factors and their counts. So I'm going to have to convert a number to its prime factors. But I'm going to have to do it 2 times. I'm going to have to do it once when I'm growing the window at the right pointer, and I'm going to have to do it again when I'm shrinking the window. So that's why I'm thinking, like, I shouldn't just calculate the prime factors fresh every single time. I should have some type of caching mechanism so that I don't have to look up the prime factors every single time I, you know, do it for a number. But I'm feeling lazy, man. Feeling real lazy. All right, let me make this into a window thing. And then I make my prime factor function prime fac. Is that a good name for it? Should I make it recursive? No. And this is gonna return a vector int. Oh wait, I need my dang sieve, man. I need my prime numbers first. So I don't even know how to spell sieve. I think it's like that. Why am I even making a function? I should just do it, right? I gotta try and remember how to do this sieve. This sieve is like a efficient way to generate prime numbers up until a certain number. So I don't really remember how to do it, but I'm going to try to come up with it again. It's not a difficult concept. So I'm gonna go from the best way would be to do it one time for all the test cases, but I don't think I need to do all that junk, man. Can this be solved without unordered map? Maybe. I'm sure you could probably do that, but I don't know. Like without counting this unordered map is going to count the prime factors in my sliding window. So I think you need individual counts of the prime factors to know like how many you need to remove. So maybe you don't need a literal unordered map. Perhaps it could be just because the numbers are so small, the numbers are within 10 to the 5th, we actually don't need a map at all. We could just use something like, no. I think an unordered map is good, man. Because if we just use like a bucket sort thing with all the nums of size max, then how do you know how many numbers are in here? You'd have to iterate through the whole max to figure out like how many of those prime factors actually exist in there. But with the unordered map, you can get the size of the map to get the count of all distinct numbers instantly. But maybe you can use like some other data structure. I don't even know how to solve the problem yet, man. Let me see if I can solve the problem first. What are we trying to do? We're trying to generate prime numbers to the max element. So I need, it should be a boolean. All right, this is my sieve. This Valp Mord, the sieve of Eratosthenes. So I start from 2 is the first prime number, and I don't know where this number goes up to, man. Max. Wait, how the hell does it work, man? I start from 2. I go I plus plus or plus equal to 2. Like, why am I even? All right, I plus plus. And then, what am I trying to do? I'm trying to get like every multiple of that. So I start from I or I times I forget, man. I don't even know if I go up to the max plus 1 or whatever. And this should be plus equal to I. And then I'm marking is prime here of J false. So do I set everything to true? I gotta try and remember how it works, man. I do this every time because I don't practice these enough. So if this is prime, then real primes, and then I hit them with that, right? All right, let's see. Maybe I should print them out just to see. I gotta practice the sieves more, man. What is this? What is this? All right, 2, 3, 5, 7, 11. Those look like prime numbers to me. All right, I think the sieve is working, I hope. That's real nice. So now we got the sieve. What was our plan? We're gonna do the sliding window thing. Oh yeah, but we need the dang prime factors. So, given a number, I'm gonna slide the window and I'm gonna be like, for every prime number, I guess I increment the count in the hash map. All right, so let me do this prime factor thing. How's it gonna work, man? I already have a n, so I'm gonna use m here. So these are my real primes. So, man, how do you do it? There's my return. Those are my prime factors. I'm gonna take the x. I'm gonna say while it's, how do you do it? While x is greater than 1. If x mod real prime, so if x is divisible by the current prime number, then we should add that to our prime factors. Otherwise, if it's not divisible, it's with J++ anyways, so maybe, no. We don't J++ here. We only J++ when it's not divisible, right? And should I cache that with like a map? I guess so. I'm gonna call it cache. So I'll set the cache here. So I'm gonna say if cache, if we found this in our cache, cache.find x, and if we found it, we should return the lists, right? Otherwise, I guess we set the cache to the return value. So we only like look up the thing one time. All right, now for the dang sliding window part. So this is like processing the right pointer. Now we gotta shrink the window. So while the size of our map is greater than k, we want to shrink the window. And this is shrinking the window. Nums L. So I decrement in the map, and then if this is equal to 0, then now I should erase it from the map. Yeah. Because even if the value goes to 0, it's still going to contribute to the map size. That's why I'm erasing. And then, let me read the problem one more time, man, because I have a habit of solving the wrong problem. Okay. So the length of the longest subarray whose prime factor set contains at most k distinct prime factors. And if no such thing exists, return 0. All right. So we just need to check. We don't need to check anything. We just take the answer. I guess r minus l plus 1. All right, this is a Q3. Uh-oh. I already got an L up there, man. What's this L doing? Who put it there? Same thing. Did I make a function there, man? Where'd it go? Not frac. Prime fac. Memory limit exceeded, man. All right. Maybe. Maybe this is why this problem is tricky, huh? I don't even know if this problem is tricky. But where is a memory limit? Nah, it should memory limit exceed on these examples, man. So there's a bug in my code, right? There must be. Absolutely must be. Oh yeah, look, I don't even divide x by anything, man. Jesus. Come on now. So, oh, wrong answer already. 4, 3. How am I gonna get 5, huh? That's the whole thing, huh? Dang. Alright, I got more bugs in my code then. So I gotta put some couts here. I want to see my map size, I guess. All right, this is the wrong answer. So k is 3. All right. So 0, 0. No, this is already wrong. Maybe what I should do instead, let me print. Oh, you know what's going wrong? My cache. I'm using X, but I'm also modifying X there. It's a little bit weird, but I think that was my, well, I got other problems, it seems. All right, we gotta debug, man. Oops. All right, let's see. Q3, man, it's giving me trouble. What the heck is this? All right, 7 doesn't have anything in there. What? Oh, come on. Come on. What am I typing up there, man? All right, let me think about what the heck I'm doing wrong. Doing something silly though. Hey, Pixel Pusher, how you doing, man? Trying to get these dang prime factors, you know, but I don't even know what I'm doing. Oh, 7. I see. It's 7. Jesus. Oh. Is 1 a prime number? Does 1 count as a... No, 1 does not count as a prime factor. All right. What the heck? So K is 3. I see the 3 there, but I'm saying 5. How am I gonna say 5, man? Doesn't make sense. My code isn't doing what I want it to do, clearly. I think this part looks good, like the prime numbers or prime factors that it's spitting out. Those look good. Oh, I know why. Because I'm doing the counts. Maybe I'll make this into a... No. Should I make it a set? Yeah, make it distinct. Because they say distinct prime factors, but I'm giving them like every single prime factor, you know? So I wonder if I can just use the thing like that, you know, simply. But still, I feel like it's still gonna be wrong because all right, what is going on, man? Time exceeded. It's crazy talk. I don't increment L. So many bugs. So many bugs. Finally. 3, 4, and 1. That's what they told me it was. Fallen Learns. What's happened? Thank you very much for a 3 stream streak. Alright, should I send this? Or is it going to be too slow? That's what I'm not sure about, man. Especially with this unordered set thing. No, we'll be alright. This could be a vector to unordered set, but I'll keep it as a map for now. I'm gonna submit. Runtime error? Come on, man. I should have known the dang long was gonna come and get me. Jesus. How are they gonna do me like that? Let me think. Should I just long? Or should I think about like where the actual bounds should be, you know? Because I don't think it needs to go that crazy, man. Because it's I times I. Like, do we have to go all the way up here, man? Probably not. I'm gonna just hit them with the long. I don't got time for any of that, man. Still overflows. Oh, right here. Alright, they didn't tell me what the answer should be. But I'm gonna send it again. Oh, that was easy. That wasn't bad. It was just a lot of simple things stringed together. So I think the sliding window was pretty basic. The prime factors was also pretty basic. And the sieve is also, I shouldn't say basic, but standard. Everything was standard here. No real tricks, man. It's just like, can you do these things and put them all together? Alright, this is Q Ultimus's. Let's see what she did. Primes. I guess. Oh, you iterated to find your max. And then you hit them with the sieve. But your sieve looks like it could use an improvement, Q. When you start your inner sieve, this is what Chi Impact taught me, at least. You can start your sieve from J equal I times I instead of at I, because you've already covered I probably, and then you're gonna have to do a bunch of other stuff before when you've already processed them. So you can hit them with an I times I right there. I can believe Q's a ladies man. Steven Sagball, how do you come up with all these random things to say, man? Alright, and then you hit them with the frequency and the cache. Very nice. And then now you slide in the window, but you put your cache. Wait, what? Oh, I see. You're like, you put your cache in the loop, and then you actually do the calculation here. And then you hit them, their cache. And then this is your shrinking. Do you need that part? I don't know. Oh, right. Because the cache for sure is gonna have that. So, hey, you use this thing too. Do you do this because it's easier than using a multiset or what? because I know this is such a bad habit for me, man. I don't know if I'm teaching you bad habits, Q, or is this something that you came up with on your own, you know? But I wish I didn't pick up this bad habit. One thing you can do with sieve is store the smallest prime factor that divides each number. The number is a prime if that smallest number is itself. Wait, Pixel Pusher, let me think about what you're saying. Store the smallest prime factor that divides each number. What? Wait, what is this? Primes? What does this mean, man? What? What? Do I know C++? I don't know C++, man. Wait, let me see what Pixel Pusher is saying over here. What's that I in the curly braces, Q? Is that just something? Hold on. All right, Pixel Pusher, what are we looking at here? We're looking at the sieve thing. Oh, this is like your, I see. This is your sieve, your public or your static sieve. So you only build it one time for the whole solution thing. And you go to the biggest thing. Wait. Am I missing something? What is going on here, man? I don't even know. Wait, so basis storing SFJ equal I instead of is prime J equal true. Think about that. I'm gonna think about that. TV Josh, what's happening? A sieve? But you need the factors of each number, right? You need the prime factors, and having the sieve generates all the prime numbers that you need to check if it can divide into that number anyway. So you're gonna have to generate prime numbers, so you might as well generate them one time with the sieve. All right, Pix Pusher. So you're saying SF. What is SF? All right, SF is like your is prime thing, right? So everything is itself. But then if the number is not itself, then you make it. Wait, what? Pixel Pusher, man, am I tripping? Hold on, I gotta think about it a little bit more. Maybe if I drew it out. Wait, I don't think you need a sieve for that. You can keep dividing by the numbers from 2 to n. How does sieve make it faster? What do you do with the primes? Hey, that's a good question, TV Josh. Pop quiz, everybody. What is the time complexity of making the sieve? I don't even know, man. QSQD new. What's happened? Halo? Hello? I was just playing some Halo, man. I was playing Halo Master Chief Collection. Log N? Is it log N? SF is small. Oh, smallest factor. Okay, smallest factor. So you're saying all right, I think I see what you're saying. Let me try and demonstrate. So you're saying, oh, Scheitzler. You're saying we have our primes, let's say they're like 2, 3, whatever, 5, 7, 11, 13, blah, blah, blah. And your smallest factors, like let's say we got up to 15. It's gonna be like, you have the same things here. This is what you're doing. But as you're going through, like this one, you're changing that to a 2. And this one to a 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 3, 3, 3. And then, but wait. I thought I saw what you're doing. Am I crazy, Pixel Pusher? Let me see again. So, because 2's smallest factor is 2, it must be a prime. So every multiple of it isn't a prime. Also, 2 is their smallest factor. Yes. But wait, why are you saying, you're telling us like this is a better way to store than to store the actual numbers, or what? Because of how it's used? Basically, you can get the next prime instantly and just keep dividing x by SF. I see. I think I see. So like, if you come up to 7, instead of trying to divide 7 by 2, then by 3, then by 5, instantly, you're just gonna hit them with the 7 right off the bat. Is that what you're trying to say? So it's faster in that sense. And for 9, oh yeah, anything that's not 2. So you skip all the beginning prime numbers and you can start at the smallest factor, right? How much faster is that? Like, is it worth it in, maybe not for LeetCode, but maybe sometimes you're like right at the edge of the time limit. But how much does this reduce? Is it like, has it been noticeably faster for you? Chase the wind. What's happened? Hey, been following you for a while now, but I've been struggling on LeetCode a bit, especially when I first see the problem and have to usually always look at the solution. Do you have any tips? Hey, chase the wind. I think we all struggle sometimes when we're trying to solve a problem we haven't seen before. But if you're struggling on things that aren't super tricky, then maybe you just need more practice, man. I'm not sure how much you practice or how often you practice, but I struggled until maybe, I'm still struggling. First of all, let me just say that after thousands of hours of practicing LeetCode, I still struggle. But I struggle a lot less than when I started. And I think the most struggling I did was like the first 400 or 500 hours of LeetCode. That's when I felt like I really had no idea what's going on sometimes, man. Especially because my tool belt was so limited. Sometimes I'd be trying to solve a problem, but I don't even know that this problem is not solvable with the current skill set that I have. Sometimes I don't even know that like early on. But now that I know what I don't know and stuff, usually I can look at a problem and I can know when it's like beyond my skill level. I can be like, oh yeah, this probably needs some type of segment tree or whatever. And then like I know I gotta look at the solution, otherwise I'm never gonna solve it. So maybe some of the problems that you're struggling with are problems that are patterns or techniques that you have not even learned yet. And that feeling that you get is completely normal, especially if you've never studied that technique, man. So don't let that feeling discourage you. What you need to do instead is just figure out what that pattern is or what topic that problem was on, and then just write down that topic, man, and build a list of all the topics that made you feel uncomfortable. And then you go in and you practice those things, and I think you'll get better, but it takes time. Basically, whenever you use a sieve, going through the sieve for primes, it might be replaced by this. It saves some time for implementing. Oh, interesting. 50k odd nums, but probably 5k are prime. Haven't had a situation where it was needed for speed versus regular sieve though. I see. So it's just, we're just nerding out on optimizing stuff. I like it. Look at solutions faster and increase practice volume. That is always gonna work. Good advice, real talk. Hey, I try and keep it real out here, man. I had to look up what prime means. Steven Sagiball, bro, these salesmen are never getting the quote back to me. Then go to another dealership, man. What you doing? Giving them so much time. Wait, even with the easies sometimes, but mainly mediums, I would know how to do it on Excalibur, but my implementation sucks. Hey, chase the wind. What you just told me right there, that you can solve it logically, but you can't implement it, that is a great sign, man. That means all you need is practice. Literally, it means you can solve the problems. You just need to practice implementing. And that is the easy part, because practicing, you just got to do it, man. But the hard part, you've already done. The hard part is figuring out how to solve the problem, man. So I'd say hopefully that's motivating for you to know that you can already solve it on like logically. Just gotta put in the hours, and I recommend to put in, if you're trying to get better, you need to put in at least 15 hours a week. Anything below that, I think you're just gonna progress too slowly. So try and aim for 15 hours a week. That means 5 times a week, 3 hours a day, or whatever, a couple longer sessions or something like that, man. But you gotta practice. All right. So people are telling me Q4 on this contest was just too hard, or not hard, but wrong test cases. But should I attempt it? Looks like a lot of people solved it. Broken test case. Ruthman1 was poppin'. Welcome to the party. Should solve it? Nah. I don't do hard problems, man. And subquery, subarray, and queries. Is it seg tree or something? I don't know. What's your favorite map in Halo? Man, I don't even remember the map names, man. The last Halo I really played was like Halo 3. Like 25 years ago, it feels like, man. Still playing Slay the Spire 2. I guess since like last week I played one. I play with my wife sometimes. We do 2-player co-op on Slay the Spire 2. We're in Ascension 10 and we've been trying to beat Ascension 10 for a long time, man. But it's hard. The closest we came was we beat the final boss, but we didn't beat the final boss, the extra Ascension 10 boss. But maybe one day. Feels impossible. I uninstalled. Wait, Ascension 10? What's your build? We play random, so I don't have a main character. Anytime I do a run, I hit the random character button, and whoever it gives me, that's who I play with. And my build is whatever cards come my way, man. I don't really try and aim for a particular build. I just freestyle. Alright, what are we trying to do now, man? We just did that contest. Let me see what I would have placed. I guess Q1 through 3 weren't too bad. $35. Is 3,500 good these days? I think so, because there's so many people that take these contests. How'd I see? 46,000 people. Yeah, when there's like 20, 25, 30,000 people, I would aim for like top 2K. So with 46,000 people, I feel this is equivalent to like a top 2K back in those days. Anyways, is it time for some AlgoBlazer? Oh yeah, it is time. Oh, it works. I wasn't sure if this stuff works, man. I didn't check it out, but AlgoBlazer looks for anyone on Twitch with AlgoBlazer in the name of their stream title, like Samir. Then AlgoBlazer should pick you up and put you on the front page or on your dashboard, wherever. All right, should we run a room or should I like work on the problems, man? Kind of work on the problems, I think. All right, this one, total after list operations. I swear I did this, right? You maintain a list of integers that starts empty. You are given an array of strings operations, where operations I is the ith operation to apply to the list. Each operation is one of the following. It's an integer, x, as a string, append x to the list. It's a plus sign, append the sum of the last two values in the list. It's a D, append the double of the last value. And C, remove the last value from the list. Apply all operations in order and return the sum of every value remaining in the list. All right, I think I can do it. Can I use list? Do some code forces. Insectito. Purpura. What's happening? Code force is too hard for me, man. All right, so I'm iterating over the operations. Do I care about that? I'm gonna do it this way. Oh, it's strings. So if it's a plus, I'm gonna do something. If it's a D, I'm gonna do something else. And C, I'm gonna do something else. Otherwise, there's a number. And push back that number. So if it's a plus sign, they want the last two. Oh, this is supposed to be stacks, so maybe I should just use a stack instead. So here we go. Nums.top. I'm gonna call it stack, man. Otherwise, I'm gonna forget what it is. So we add those and then we append the values to the list or the stack. So if it's a D, we double it, but we don't pop it, do we? Wait. Man, do we pop it? Let me look at the examples. All right, let me look at the C. So the C removes the last value. The D doubles the last value to 10. Oh. Okay. So we don't pop it. Does the sum? The sum doesn't pop it either. So this is incorrect. So in that case, I'll just use a vector, man. I don't know about this problem in the stack section. Wait, how do I do this? All right, that's the sum. D's for doubling, so I'm gonna just push back, man. Jesus. We're pushing back double of the back. And if it's C, it's just remove the last value. I don't like this problem, man. Not for this section. Because the plus, we're not even popping the last two things. So I feel like a stack is not the best. It's like we should just use a list, right? Anyways, let me make a note. AlgoBlazer notes. All right, next problem. Only 4 more problems for me, and then I'll clear out the whole tier 1, the fundamentals. There's a lot of topics, man. All right, here we go. Expand Beckett repeats. Oh, geez. This was a data problem a few days ago. I wasn't trying to do it. You are given an encoded string S. Implement expand repeats S. Return the string it expands to. The encoding rule is K and then inner, meaning the string inner repeated exactly K times. Repeat blocks may be nested, as in like this, and may sit alongside ordinary letters. You may assume the input is always valid. Brackets are well formed. There are no spaces, and digits only ever appear as repeated counts. So inputs like 3A or 2, 4 never occur. The expanded result is guaranteed to be at most 10 to the 5th characters long. And if anybody wants to attempt this problem with me, this is it here. But this is in what? Stacks? This feels like a recursion problem, man. But I guess recursion is like using a stack somehow. I don't know about this problem either in this section, man. But I'll try and do it anyways. How are we gonna solve it? Let me think about that. I think the cases where things are nested are the most interesting to me, because I don't know how to do it. So how am I gonna this is a LeetCode problem. It is a stack problem. I mean, I'm sure you can use a stack, but my mind goes to just doing a recursive solution. I don't know. Let me think about the stacks though. So if I'm iterating through, see a count. I need to put something in there. Let me try some things, man. So I hit a 3. Maybe I put the 3 somewhere in there. Open parentheses. A. What do I do with this A, man? Do I put the A in a stack with the 3? No. I'm not sure. I don't know how to do this, man. This problem is hard. Let's see the recursive solution if you have something already in mind. I don't have anything in mind, man, but usually with these types of nested things or something can be inside of something else like that, my mind immediately goes to recursion. Alright, so if I were to recursively solve this, I'd probably start with a whole string. Maybe I do some type of whatever. I have a left and a right pointer for like where the bounds ends. So initially maybe we start like with everything. How do I do that? Let's start with the whole thing. Then we need like this part. Yes, yes. So this part would recurse too within those bounds. So like first we'll call it from 0 to 7. And then we'll have to call it again like for this part once we're in there somehow from 2 to 6. Right? I don't know, man. And then from 5 to 5, it'll be like one more time. So if it's like a single character, like if it doesn't contain any open brackets in that range, that means it's like a leaf node, and we can just return the string as is. So that would return up. And then we'll know the multiplier there. It's 2, so we got to repeat C 2 times. Let's see. Startup me. What's happened? I believe first you have to find the closing bracket. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing, man. But I'm going to try some things out right now. What am I about to try, man? And what is this going to return? I guess it's going to return like a string. This problem is too hard for me. I'm not going to lie. Recursion, like this type of recursion, things that can be nested inside or stuff like that, big weakness for me, man. So maybe I have to iterate from L to R. And then if it's an open bracket, increase my balance. Hold on. I don't know what I'm doing. Oh, if this was a real interview, I would fail it. For sure, I'd fail this problem in an interview. So I start iterating through. Oh, open, close, close. So I need to find when my balance is 0. How do I do that? Let's see. So if it's a closing bracket, now if this balance is 0, that means we gotta like do some recursion here. So we gotta figure out. This is tough. We're gonna figure out the characters. All right, here we go. I think a stack approach is easier to wrap your head around after seeing what you have to do for recursion. Hey, maybe. But now I'm too invested, man. All right, if we start at L, what am I trying to do? I'm trying to get all, so I'm trying to get all of the regular ass characters. is alpha, right? So now we should be at the digit. I'm gonna call this the multiplier. So now the start of the bracket should actually be I now. Right there. I don't know if I need that or when I think I'll need it for this recursion to send in. Yeah. Let me think a little bit. So start bracket +1 and then I -1. That will be the window there. Then this is what we're gonna multiply out, but we also need like the dang Vertozoid. Thank you very much. What's happening, man? Let me add you up here, man. Vertozoid, look at that. About to be a 5-star general. Thank you so much. Dreamer Girl 8888. Welcome. I've been watching on YouTube live on my phone and lolled when he said if I was doing this in an interview I would fail. Yeah, I mean sometimes that's how it is. Sunshine Noob, thank you very much for that hydrates. Cheers. Startup Me says, I may be wrong. I believe it may be best we go from R to L and find the open bracket and pop what was added to the stack and multiplier. But I'm a pro threesome only solver till this date. Hey, threesome is one of the hardest problems, I think. I was lurking for a bit on YouTube. Hey, what you doing over there on YouTube, Vertozoid? Thought you were a Twitch kind of guy, man. Alright. Expanding these dang brackets. It's so hard. This problem is too hard, man. That's what I think. Hey, Dreamer Girl 8888 on YouTube. What's happened? And CSCCSCA. What's happened? Whoever. Cleared first round of interview tomorrow. I have second round, bro. Hey, congrats clearing the first round. Tomorrow's the second round. That's strange. I never really heard an interview broken up into 2 days like that. Hey, Hyper, how you doing? Welcome to the party. All right, let me try and remember what the heck I was doing, man. I'm trying to get the balance. I'm trying like. No, this is too hard, man. Because I'm already seeing things where it might not work. Because, all right, balance is 0. That's one big old bracket, right? But what if there was another section, like something like that? Then then it's like I won't, whatever I do here, I won't pick it up. Whatever this is. It's like whenever it's 0, I need to like break and do it again, you know? Or let me think about it a little bit more. Maybe I should just try to do only stack with no recursion or something. Hope you get a person for the interview. Had one the other day that was driven by AI. Left the interview and declined the job. A Lisp gamer. That's crazy. I haven't heard of an AI interviewer yet. Well, maybe I have, but not for like a technical interview or like a phone screen type of thing. Why you leave Google, bro? It's a dream company. Yeah, I guess it was a dream company, but at some point it's just a company. Once you get there and you work for a bit, it's like, is this it? Is this all that you're gonna do? Is just work at this one company? I don't know. I kind of got some people might say midlife crisis, man, where I just didn't feel like I was spending my time doing what I wanted to do with my life, and the only way to fix that was to quit and try and pursue something else. But we'll see how it plays out. All right, man, I'm about to give up on this problem. It's too much. Should I read the lesson? Let me just read the lesson, man. It's clearly a AI generated lesson. No, wait. LeetWhale says no. I gotta listen to LeetWhale. Let me see. Man, everybody solved it. You can do this? Alright. I gotta recharge my brain juice. Alright, LeetWhale. Alright, anytime I see a opening parentheses, I need to start collecting some stuff, right? Let's call it our buffer or whatever. And then once I close, no. If I hit an opening, what if I have 2 opening parentheses in a row? No, so if I hit opening parentheses, reset my buffer, I hit the matching closing one, I add that buffer to something, but I have to look at how much to multiply it by. All right, I think I'm having some ideas, man. I had a second round interview for a TS role last month, and in the CoderPad interview had like 5 Java and C# coding problems. Didn't make it to the 3rd round, obviously, but definitely for the best. Also, no person was recorded and timed. Wait, you mean like a hacker rank? Like an online assessment? On CoderPad, dang. That sucks. I heard from some Google employees that Google may accept candidates again if they tell them that they're willing to join the company again. Is that true? Hey, my director said anytime I want to come back, I just let her know and she'll pull some strings or whatever. She'll like let me back in. I don't know how it works. My director is what level is she? Maybe like an L8? Must be L8. Can't be. Yeah, L8. L9? No. 75 questions. Wait, you did a CoderPad interview with 75 questions. You mean like trivia questions? Not algo questions, right? That's crazy. Bro, if they asked me in the interview, you are comfortable with C++, so why did you do your backend development in Python? Why didn't you use Python for DSA as well? What should I answer? I don't think anyone's going to ask you that. Yeah, that's a strange question to ask. But just say, you know, you develop faster in Python and you don't, the thing that you're developing, you don't need the performance and complications of C++. So you rather trade the performance for like development speed. And why didn't you use Python for DSA? Just say you're more comfortable with C++. I don't think anyone is going to ask you that, man. Kevin Nash, what's happened? Probably said your name wrong. Welcome. Trivia and algo. 3 before the 75 and then sprinkled throughout. Dang. I would fail every single trivia quiz on programming, man. I don't know any trivia. I don't know what things mean. I don't know science. I don't know like how things work sometimes or what happens in this case. I hate trivia questions, man. It's like the programming language is just too broad to know all those small trivia things. And if you didn't work in that area, it's like, how are you going to know that? It's like, there's no way to derive trivia knowledge. At least for algorithms and stuff, you have a chance. Like, even if you don't know the algorithm, you have a chance to like work through it and maybe come up with a solution. But a trivia question, it's like, man, it's either you know it or you don't. There's no in between. There's like no way to like, still waiting for your setup tour video. Hey, I'm working on it, man. Let me see if my thing is still up. Hey, look at this. This is my setup, man. Got a big ass light there, big ass light here. I got my microphone right here. That's how it looks. And here's my studio, man. There's a quick video tour for my setup, man. There's my camera in the middle of my 2 monitors. All right, I'm just procrastinating, man, because I don't want to solve this problem. But I think I gotta try, or should we just skip it? Upgrade looks great. Upgrade. I didn't upgrade. What? I guess a new camera angle. All right. Hey, LeetCode, I'm about to give up, man. I think I already spent too much time thinking about this problem. I don't even know what to do here, so if it's a digit, I want to do something special. If it's an open bracket, I probably want to do something special. If it's a closing bracket, I probably want to do something special. And if it's anything else, maybe we got to do something else again. Hey, Muhammad, what's happening? I'm doing all right, man. Personally, I use 2 stacks, one for strings and another for multipliers. So you're saying I need 2 stacks? Sebicus from Argentina, welcome to the party. How you doing? All right, let's do it, man. 2 stacks. So if it's a digit, can I do that? So I'm just trying to get the whole digit or the whole number, all the digits in the number. And then, oh, we push that to this stack. String to integer num. If it's an open parentheses, I gotta do something, man. I don't know what to do. I guess I push this n times in the stack. So anytime we close something, we gotta hit them with the digits, right? Uber newbie, welcome. Long time no see. Hey, I've been here. I've been back for a while. If it's opening, alright, this is too hard for me, man. It's too hard. I give up. 100% giving up, man. Can't solve a stack problem? What is a problem? Here it is. I'll link it. Final revival. What's happening? Don't give up. No, I've been stuck on this for too long. So wait, what is this saying? Is this the answer? Keep on keeping on. Nah, this is when I gotta stop keeping on. Brackets, characters, numbers. This one pushes context. Counts prefixes. So all right. So if it's a digit, okay, same thing, but different execution. They have the count. Oh, so open in parentheses, you put the count in. Interesting. Close, wait, open parentheses, you put the count in. What's the difficulty of this problem? I don't know what the difficulty is. It says silver, which is pretty difficult, it seems. And the current. What's the current? There's nothing in the current, man. Okay. And then you reset them. And then on closing, you get the count. This problem is hard for me, for sure. Prefixes. Prefixes. Let me see. Yes, I think I'm seeing it. This is a lot to visualize. A Zinc Commando. How are you doing? It is a lot, man. 2 stacks always pushed and popped together. They are 1 stack of pairs split for convenience. Could recursion help here? Hey, I tried to do it recursively and it was confusing for me. It was tough. So I'm trying to do it with these stacks now, and it was tough even with the stacks, but I'm starting to see how it works. I just don't know if I would have come up with this on my own, which is fine because now I know this technique. But now I'm trying to figure out, so when it's open, I guess this current could be like the junk left outside. It's open. Oh yeah. The things outside of that parentheses or the brackets. When it closes, prefixes pop plus current. Oh, that's the thing within that thing. Times K. I see. I see how it works, man, but it's easy to see when someone puts the answer in your face, you know? Would writing it down in pseudo English, the rules as we read it, help? I wonder. Hey, it might help, but I think I see how I see the vision now. That's what I always try to do. Use prep parameters, return example pseudocode. You can see how I thought about things in my solution. It's similar. All right, let me look at your solution, Whale. So you got the multipliers and you got the strings. You iterate through if it's an opening bracket. Times 0. Strings, what does that mean, man? I can't read Python, Leet Whale. It's too much thinking what these things means. Like, negative indices means a back, right? So if the last string and the last character in the last string is a digit, how's that? What? Oh, you're trying to get, I think I see. You're trying to get the number here. But what is that? All right, if it's a closing bracket, you need the last string and then the multiplier. And then you're appending this to something. All right, man. Should I try? So here we go. It's trippy. It's so trippy to think about. So my multiplier. Even though I just looked at 2 solutions, I still don't want to do it, man. It's like a lot to keep in my brain, like as I'm trying to do it. All right, so if it's a digit, I'm trying to get the digit. Trying to give me a current. If it's the digit, I do this, then I already got the number here. Maybe I can set the number. Let me think. Maybe I just push. I don't know if I need this multiplication thing outside of here. Perhaps I just push the thing to the multipliers, and then once it's an open in parentheses, what I gotta do is the string stack. I gotta push the strings, and then I have to reset the cur. And if I close the things, I need to take what do I need to take, man? I don't know what to call this. Cur. What is this gonna be? It's gonna be all the stuff that was by itself plus wait. Oh, plus the string. And then I think I need to multiply it now. And then what do I do with this, man? Only the cur part gets multiplied? I'm thinking here. The cur part is within those parentheses, which matches up with the multiplier. The thing on here goes with, yeah, I see what you're saying. So I think I see what you're saying, man. So maybe all right, that's cur multiplied by z times. Were you primarily self-taught, no formal school? Chinga Opa, what's happening? I went to school for mechanical engineering, but I learned programming mostly through self-study and on the job. Man, but this problem is giving me a real hard time, man. It's like my mind just cannot go any further. Like it's hard for me to even know if this is gonna even work, man. It's a lot of if else junk. Wait, so this is that cur times, and then we also need, do I just put it onto the answer? I'm starting to go crazy on this problem, man. I'm losing my mind over here. Let me just see how this is looking. I don't want it to compile. I want it to like look somewhat okay, you know? Like what the heck is going on right here? Line 14. What kind of syntax was that, man? Then line 18. All right, let's see. Now you'll need a new cur. It's a top string in your stack. Plus cur times multiplier. Wait, what? I get so self-conscious about too many if-else. What's your limit, man? Once you have like 3, 4, you start to get self-conscious, or what? A. Oh, I'm off by 1. Look at that. How come I got 4 A's? Times. How the heck? Oh. This is deeper than an off by 1. This is a flawed logic, because the times is right, but the problem is, all right, let's do the dry run. It's taking too long, man, but we gotta do it. I gotta know what it's like to do my own problem list. If I can't do my own problem list, who am I, you know? All right, 3. We get that 3. Let me put the dang things in them. So we get the dang 3. And then now we're at the open parentheses. So cur is empty. So I push an empty string. And then we reset cur. Now we're here. So cur is now just A. And then we move to the closing parentheses. And so we take 3. And we go like that. What the heck? So this should be an empty string. Maybe this is a bug too. But anyways, I don't see with my eyes how I'm getting that extra A in there. When you encounter a close parentheses, you need to update what cur is. You mean like reset cur? ABC. Open. Is that what you mean? Should I try the AI hints? Oh, that one. Oh, no, no, no. Oh, yeah, that one did pass. Alright, well, this one is whack. Alright, let's try and figure out how we can fix the nested stuff now. So we got that part. But there's a 3 that I missed somewhere. And the 2. Okay, I'm seeing it. So I hit this closing parentheses 2 times, but I reset my cur. So it's empty. But I need to get everything, man. Think about what courage should become after the first is encountered. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking about, man. Chin May Patil, what's happened? Welcome. I'm just trying to do some problems out here. Not doing. Oh, look. Hey, Brett, what's happened? I didn't see you in there, man. Jeez. I'm struggling out here. All right, so after I encounter this, what should cur become? Cur should become... I mean, it looks like it should become the ants or something, because if I didn't reset it though, I don't know, man. I'm gonna just use the AI hint. I give up. Too much time on this problem. Sometimes that's how it is. Direct EXE, welcome. Hey, I'm a junior CS student and I feel so behind these other CS graduates. Now AI is getting better. There's a new AI tool daily. People are making money with AI and I'm sitting here having a breakdown. Like, what do I even do anymore? Am I cheating myself by using AI? Or am I falling behind for not using AI to help with stuff? My brain can't take it anymore. I'm 26 and I'm not where I thought I'd be while everyone is zooming past me financially and career-wise. What's happened, DirectEXE? I can tell you that you are not alone in this feeling. I think everybody's trying to figure out how to balance like learning and AI and stuff like that right now, or like how much AI should we be using? What are the long-term consequences of like relying too much on AI? I think people are also worried about. I think you gotta learn how to use AI, but I think learning how to code and all that stuff is a lot more difficult than learning how to use the AI stuff right now, at least. So, what am I trying to say, man? I don't even know. I don't know what you should do. I don't think anybody really knows what's going to happen with AI advancing so quickly. I think it would be wise to stay on top of the AI stuff, especially as a CS person. But also, it might be beneficial to at least learn some of the fundamentals and some of the basics about CS. Maybe even just, I don't know if coding is going to be important in the future, but software engineering is so much more than just coding. I think I spent maybe 10% of my time as a software engineer coding at Google. Most of my time was spent doing other things like trying to get teams to align, trying to get people to approve your designs or whatever. Like basically just talking about edge cases and trying to think of everything that could go wrong in the future and addressing them now. And I think that's where I spent most of my time as an engineer, not by writing code. I think writing code was never the hardest part about the job. The hard part to me, I think, was getting it right the first time. And that's why this is at Google only. I don't think other companies operate this way. But at Google, everything is so mature and there's so much traffic already in production that people want to be extra careful with the code they put into production, because sometimes when you put code in and you add new things, it's very, very difficult to undo it. So it's like people spend most of the time thinking of what happens in the future, like the design more than anything. All I'm trying to say is it's good to know engineering practices and processes, and coding is just like one small piece of the puzzle. But AI is advancing a lot, and maybe AI can soon do everything, but I think we have a few years until then at least. Brett, what's happening, man? Who created this amazing site? Claude Code. Fable did, and Opus. It's still a big work in progress. I just wanted to be a game dev, but now I'm seeing entrepreneurs wipe their butt with $100 bills. I tried to learn game dev through school. You think I made a mistake? I had to take classes offered once per year. College is seeming like a scam, but my mom told me it was the only way. I feel like I'm missing some AI gold rush. Hey, the AI thing just started, man. I think there's gonna be a lot of opportunities in the future and now to like utilize AI. Just like you're saying, you're seeing a lot of people using AI to make money, but maybe for every success you hear, there's like 1,000 people that aren't quite doing so well. My advice, I think, I don't know, man. Just like anything else, I think you just gotta keep on keeping on. Game dev, I don't know, man. I actually don't want to give you advice because I don't know what to do myself. And I think everybody is in the same situation. But I think if the whole world is gonna be using AI and whatever and coding, I think it's still valuable to be in the know of like how to use AI effectively and how to like code, or at least understanding software engineering, I'm gonna try to start an AI agency and people are gonna be like, we don't need you anymore because we got GPT-8. Hey, that could happen, man, but nobody has a crystal ball. So game dev has always been tough as well. And I hear that they work really hard for like a fraction of the pay for a normal software engineer. And I think maybe the AI stuff is going to make that even worse, perhaps. All right, let me see what this AI is telling me I did wrong. Is this global chat thing? All right, it's working. Man, my brain's getting tired too. All right, so check the closing parentheses thing. Where does the expanded chunk go? All right, I don't think I can do this problem on stream, man. I'm gonna have to like take some time and really think about things. Wait, remove ants and only use the cur. So you're saying just do that? I'll do what you say, man, but I still need to review this problem. Wait, not plus equal? Hey, if this works, Whale, you're crazy. You're crazy, man. Whale is so crazy. I've never seen anything quite like that. Hey, Whale, how much to have you be the LLM on the back end? Anytime somebody presses the button, the dang code goes to you, and then you gotta type up the response. How much you willing to do that for, man? Anyways, do I have any more juice? After that question, that's like the hardest stat question I've ever done in my whole life, man. Which problem is this on LeetCode? Decode string. But I've solved it? No way. Let me see. I solved it in 2021? I don't believe that, man. No way. Somebody must have helped me. But this was October 21st. That's like a week before my Google interview. Hey, Raxa, what's happening? I could go back and look at my VOD when I solve this problem, man, because I have all my VODs. But I don't think I solved this one by myself. Did you do it better this time? No, I didn't solve it at all this time, man. I had to look at the answers. But what the heck, man? I mean, this looks messy, so I know it's like kind of like my code because it looks so ugly. And I used to use camel case like that. I don't use camel case anymore. Man, I'm gonna go back and look at this VOD on October 21st, 2021 to see. Cause shit, look how many people got this problem too. Anyways, what we're gonna do now, should we do a quick room to end it? I only did one problem. I thought I was gonna clear out the whole stacks and queues section. I only did one dang problem, man. What a joke. Anyways, A Nerva Vasca, thank you very much for the follow. And yeah, you already know my code is real bad. What should I call this? I'm gonna call this Monday Nights Blazer. We got three problems. We got time for only. I'm gonna do 3. Here we go. All right, anyone who wants to do some problems, there's a link right here. Oh, we got a big room. 4 people. Let's try it out. Site is still like under construction. I don't know if it's gonna work. All right, 3 problems. Oh, Rexo also in the house. Shortest prefix replacement. You are given roots, a list of lowercase strings, and sentence, a list of lowercase words separated by single spaces. Replace every word of sentence that has some element of roots as prefix with that root. When several roots are prefixes of the same word, use the shortest one. Words with no root as prefix are left unchanged. What? All right. What are they talking about, man? Every word in sentence has a prefix. The cat was rat by the bat? I see. The cat was... I see. I can do this one, man. So, but I have to figure out, this is something I struggle with to this day, man. It's like, how do you split a string? I don't know, man. It's like splitting a string in C++ is my worst nightmare. Wait, maybe I should make a... Dang, is this a try problem? Let me look at... I don't want to do a try, man. Let me look at the constraints. There's 1,000 roots of 100 characters. Use the shortest route. How are we gonna do? So I'm thinking we gotta map our roots and categorize them alphabetically or something. Put them like all the C's, all the B's. Or should I just use a try here? I think a try is the correct way, but I think we can get by without using a try. So for all my roots, I'm gonna say push back. Basically, I'm pushing back each root into the character it starts with. And then so if it's a space, I'm gonna just put a space in the sentence so it's easier for me. I hope that's okay. All right, so I want to go through each word. If it's a space, then that's the current word. But with that word, now we gotta replace it with something. Man, I think I might have to use a try. No, there's only 1,000 words, so I think this might be okay. All right. What has happened, man? Did my camera just turn off? That's crazy. Or am I tripping? Jesus, man. Shit. Hold on. Yeah, my camera has never shut on like that. All right. Dang, you guys are fast. So what was I doing? I was gonna iterate through all of the candidates in the word. Dang. Let me think. So it says, all right. So if n is greater than m, we don't care about that one. And otherwise, all right, I'm gonna have to put a flag here, like is good. And I'll say it's true, but if this happens, that means the prefixes are not the same. And is good is false. And then oh shit, we gotta remember the best candidates. So the best size is something. All right, so if it's good, we gotta figure out if it's good and if the size is smaller. Is it size or length? I don't know, man. Anyways, I don't remember what I'm trying to do here. I'm trying to replace this. Oh, yeah. I remember now. What am I gonna call this? I need a vector of strings. So I'm gonna push. If it's a space, I'm going to push the buffer, or how do I say, man? S.length. All right, I think that's how I'm gonna solve it, and then I just have to build a string. So here we go on that. I'm iterating over all the individual words, and I'm trying to build a string with spaces in between them. Wait, maybe, so if it's I equals 0, maybe I should do it like this. It's a lot of typing for problem 1. Come on, man. What did I type? 36? Come on. All right. Push back. It's not push back. This is a string. Dang, whale killing it. All right. You guys finished all 3 problems. I just finished problem 1, man. That's crazy. It's crazy how slow I am after like doing thousands of hours of LeetCode. How slow I am compared to, you know, these guys. All right, Q2. Dang, another silver. They gave us all silver. Wildcard bracket balance. You are given a string S made of the characters open, close, and wildcard. Each wildcard may independently be replaced by an open or by a close, or by nothing at all. Return true if some choice of replacements turns S into a balanced bracket string, and false otherwise. A bracket string is balanced when every open has a close after it, and every close has a matching open before it. So a wildcard could be nothing at all. Dang, it's only 100. Why is it so crazy then? How are we gonna do this? I guess it's like a take it or leave it. So you have 3 options. Either the wildcard is a +1 for the balance, a -1 for the balance, or a 0 for the balance. I'm gonna try that. And then I'll just take it or leave it. All right, so the first thing is, if we get to the end, I guess we need the balance as well, maybe. So if I is at the end of the string, then we return that the balance is zeroed out. Otherwise, well, not otherwise. If it's not beyond the end of the string, then if the current character is a wildcard, this is where we do the -1, +1, and 0. Let me think here though. Wait, should I say plus? Wait, what do they want? They want true or false. So I'll set everything to false initially. So how do I try each individual thing? I'm just gonna say plus is equal to dp. I guess I go I plus 1, and the balance is gonna be balance plus 1 minus and then 0. 0 is just the balance itself. That means if we basically just skipped that one, and minus will be balance -1. But if it's not a wildcard, and if it is an opening parentheses, we don't have a choice. We just gotta do a plus. And if it's a closing parentheses, but there are some other things, because what if we hit a closing before an opening, you know? So I'm going to try and address that right now. So I guess if we come to an opening parentheses, and yeah, that one's all right. If we come to a closing parentheses and the balance is 0, then we don't even need to try anything else, because this path is false. We're not on the right path. So I'm just gonna immediately return false. All right, let's try. I think this is it. I just need to cache on balance and I. So let me think about that. So the cache, I think balance will be bigger because it could be -50. Or I guess technically we could get up to like -100 balance. So I want to pad my balance by 105 or something. So I'll do n on the outside, and balance, I guess I'll make the balance to n times 2 or something. Let's try that. So, man, I should check if it's correct first before I do that cache. So we're starting at index I and balance I equals 0 and balance equals 0. And then what are we trying to return, man? We're just trying to return if any of them are true. And what time? I gotta go soon, man. But let's try and finish these problems in this room. So the cache, let's do the cache now. So cache on I and balance plus n. Yeah, I'm gonna do balance plus n plus 1 maybe. I don't know. I'm trying to imagine if everything was negative plus n would give me 0, right? Yeah. All right, let's see what's up. No. Boolean int. Oh. Should be a should be a boolean. Oh. It should not be a boolean, man. Oh yeah, it should be a boolean. It's good. We have 3 states with an int. I have -1 means it's not in the cache, and 0 means it's false, and 1 means it's true. But something ain't right, man. Let's see. I'm saying true. That looks crazy. Because, all right, open, close, open, close. Oh, and that open at the ends. Why don't I catch that, man? Oh, I think I see. Technically, we could have like... All right, I think I need to figure out some of these if statements and stuff more. So if it's a star, we can't make it a closing if our balance is 0. So we can only make a closing if the balance is greater than 0 here. All right, let me try that now. Hey, bro, remember me? Hey, Marty, what's happened? I'm not sure, man. Open. How did that if statement change anything, man? If it's a star, it's crazy. Oh, I have these backwards. That's why. Jesus Christ, man. 7 minutes. Oh, Q2 solved. I don't know if I can get Q3 in time. Best digit sum pair. Q3 is easy. May pen and a play pen. What are you talking about, man? A glass. What's happened? Remember that phrase? Do I remember? I don't know anything about Maypen, man. I ain't from Maypen. Oh, eyeglass. It's hard. Hey, it's hard to yeah. Sometimes it's hard to pronounce or read like patois stuff. Yeah. I am what you are, man, when I was younger. I don't think I idle as much, but I used to be a big time idler. Idle. Lots of love from India. Hey, thank you. All right, here we go. Last problem, 6 minutes left. You're given an array nums of positive integers. The digit sum of a number is the sum of its decimal digits. For example, the digit sum of 43 is 7. Digit sum of 900 is 9. Implement best digit sum pair. Consider every pair of positions I and j with I not equal to j such that nums I and nums j have the same digit sum. All right, digit sums. So I need a function to calculate my digit sum. And I'll do that real quick. So x mod 10, that's going to be the rightmost digit. And I'll just divide by 10. All right. So now, I guess this is kind of like a two-sum. What I want to do, I want to map each digit sum. Wait, let me think. Have the same digit sum, largest value of num. All right, so I want the maximum digit sum that I've seen. So I'm iterating through nums, and I'm saying, that's my digit sum, and then I'm gonna look in my map. I should not do it like that, but I'm gonna do it anyways. So if we find this in our map, then I'm gonna do it like that. 3 minutes left. All right, so if we find it in the map, we do that. Otherwise, we are going to put the dsum as, dang, what do we put this as, man? Can I do this? Let's see. 3 minutes left. What time is it here? It is 11:50 p.m. on Monday. Here we go. Wrong. What? Oh, because if it's not there, return -1. All right, let's try again. 2 minutes left before the room ends. I think this is it though. Oh, all the problems in our study group have been done. What's this alg called? A Fire Codeman 69. What's happening? This algorithm that I've used here, this is basically just two-sum that I did. It's just a hash map. But this pattern is, yeah, I just call it the two-sum pattern, man. Which country? Canada. Right now. All right, Whale. Should I look at you guys' solutions now that, oh man, we still can't click on the problem, like the activities here. I guess maybe that hasn't made it to production yet, but I swear, I told my agents to work on that, man. Can see the solution by clicking on the leaderboard. How do you see that? Here's a leaderboard? Oh, snap. I didn't even know that, man. That's crazy. All right. Copy and paste it. Try template. Wait, try for what? The first one? Yeah. You got the try. I was thinking about using the try, but I was like, I don't feel like typing all that try stuff out, man. Don't you code your tries from scratch? What? Hey, fire. Wait, AlgoBlazer. This is made by. Yeah, I made AlgoBlazer. How did this platform idea start? Nero Vasca. Let me tell you, man. I've been streaming LeetCode since 2021. That was 5 years ago. Back then, there was a website called my. What? My camera is crazy today, man. Hold on. Let me go fix it. I don't know why it's tripping. Is it like overheating? Anyways, if it goes out one more time. Oh, that camera is dead too. I was gonna switch to that camera. Anyways, what was I saying? AlgoBlazer. Yeah, so back when I first started streaming, there was a site called Binary Search. That was basically what AlgoBlazer is. Just like LeetCode, you could create rooms, other people could join, and you could all solve the problems together and chat with each other. And I did binary search every day, man. 150 something days in a row on Twitch, like streamed the whole thing. And that was really fun, and I learned a lot, and it changed my life because I got a job at Google after that session. And then shortly after, binary search shut down. The owners said it was too expensive to maintain. It was costing them like $2,000 a month to run the site, and they just decided to shut it down. And this was, I forget when, maybe 2022 they shut it down. And ever since, man, I've been wanting to build a replacement, but I always thought it was too much work or it wasn't the right time for me because I had just started my job at Google. But now, a few years later, AI has gone crazy. I don't really want to work at Google anymore, so I quit my job. I'm like, I think I can build this binary search spiritual successor if I really tried. And that's basically the story, man. Icy, Black, Deep. What's happened? So now Simon's gonna spend that money? Nah. I think binary search could have been run for a fraction of the price. I think it was so expensive because maybe everything was on AWS. Even like the judges and stuff, which arguably take up the most resources for a site like this. And if you're renting that type of stuff from the cloud, man, it's like 20 times as expensive as if you just had a like dedicated server, I think. I don't know for sure. It's only a hunch that I have. So I'm not using like AWS or some cloud provider to host AlgoBlazer. Everything is hosted on a single dedicated server for now. I don't know how much that will scale to, but based on my gut feeling, I don't think I gotta worry about scaling for a long time. Well, I don't know if that's bad or good, but maybe because nobody comes to the site, but also because I think a single dedicated server should be able to handle a decent amount of people on the site, like tens of thousands, maybe not concurrently. But if I do need to scale, the first thing I would scale is adding more judges to the rotation. And I think it would be all right, but we'll see in time. How much is this costing you right now? I spend $80 a month for my dedicated server right now. I spend $200 a month on my Claude Max subscription, and that's it. I'm using Supabase, but I'm not paying for Supabase. I'm self-hosting Supabase on my dedicated server. And what else do I pay for this website, man? That's it. Just my one dedicated. Ready to go back to Google or just for fun? No, I'm not trying to go back to Google. The plan is never to work again, man, at a big corporation. If I can figure out how I can make some money to sustain my lifestyle, I think I'd rather do that than trying to work for a big company. Have you thought about how to monetize this? Oh yeah, I've thought a lot about that, Leet Whale. There's going to be a premium just like LeetCode or whatever, but I might also include, some more features, whatever, more problems. I'm thinking the beta problems that I got here, like the things where I scan the internet for those questions and I put them on, maybe I have them in beta mode for like 30 days or 60 days before they go to general public, and maybe like premium accounts can solve those problems. And those are like the freshest problems from like interview reports, So I'm thinking one way to monetize might be to have earlier access to those problems in the premium version. Maybe I make more lesson plan stuff. Like I plan to make videos for each or most of these sections, man. Maybe have videos premium, I don't know. But one thing that I'm trying to incorporate early on for like monetizing is maybe I also include one mock interview if you're like a premium member, or maybe I sell mock interviews as well. And it's like just a package deal with the website. Or maybe I use AlgoBlazer to like tutor people like trying to learn algorithms for jobs, like I don't know yet, but I think about this a lot. If you have any ideas, you gotta let me know. You made your money and got out? I made a little bit, not too much. Same. Sucks just working with AI now. The fun is lost. Sucks that I still need to job. Yeah. Have you thought about how to judge that's not burning cycles? That's always felt so bad. Wait, what do you mean, Icy Black Deep? How to judge that's not just burning cycles. You mean like how Advent of Code does it or something? So instead of me burning CPU cycles trying to validate an answer, like do something else? Is that what you're saying? Yeah, I did actually think about Advent of Code style a little bit, but I'm not sure. Like how to figure out if an algorithm is performant other than just run a giant test case and churn on it. I see. I don't see a good way. Yeah, actually, by building this site, I understand a lot more, like why the test cases are the way they are. Like I didn't really understand why 10 to the 5th was such a good number, I always thought, oh, you need ON to solve 10 to the 5th. But I think it's 10 to the 5th because you can't put a million elements in a test case. So even though we aim for like ON for 10 to the 5th, maybe it should, if it was possible, I think the test cases would be like a million things and you could still run an ON on a million stuff. But having a million long test case is not very feasible, man. So you gotta like cut it down. 10 to the 5th is way more feasible. So like problems that should have ON for the solution, maybe they accept n log n because the test cases are like so small. Hey, we made it to midnight. Dang, I gotta go. But yeah, I don't know. I think Advent of Code did it very interesting where they generate your test case that's unique to you and you just give them a number. But I think that also comes with some challenges, man, that I'm not sure what they are. I actually want Simon to solve the halting problem. What is the halting problem? You could do something like that here. Yeah, the agents could do it. I don't know if I could do it. But you know, the advent of code thing, I didn't really give it too much thought besides, you know, it's an option. But you lose the ability to grade time well. Yeah. The test cases thing, one thing I did do, like LeetCode has like 1,000 test cases sometimes. I set my test case limit to like 60 or 70 cases instead of 1,000, you know. The other big criticism of Advent of Code is that it's just one test case and you don't have to get all the corner cases right, sometimes on purpose. Yeah, I remember people arguing about some of those days, man, with not very often, maybe like one problem for the thing. What you're doing is running everyone's code on the same system, which is a common benchmarking system. Yeah, right now though, I guess if I were to ever expand, there would be more than one judge, you know. Oh, I see what you're saying. Instead of having the clients run it, right? Instead of having the clients run their code, you don't know what the heck specs they got. But if I have the servers, at least they're all similarly spec'd. Yeah. I wasn't like, man, I also like really debated whether I should even do this because I'm not sure what the future of interviews looks like. I think this could all change. Like if they stop asking data structures and algorithms, I gotta go find a job, man, or I gotta do something else, you know. So I'm actually thinking if I should hedge by, you know, I'll do AlgoBlazer, and I'm like right now I'm dedicating 100% of my time towards AlgoBlazer. But I'm thinking I should probably hedge and try and do something else as well. But if I do that, it's like now I'm taking away, I guess, focus and brain power from my main thing. I'm not sure. TypeBlazer? Yeah, I don't think TypeBlazer is the answer. I had similar thoughts like, how do you make a site that tests design principles, distributed system, or OS topics? Yeah, I don't know, man. If it's no more use on interviews, you can look up for an education approach. Is a really useful tool. Hey, if they move away from algorithms from interviews, I think I'm not gonna be doing LeetCode anymore, man. I'm gonna be doing something else. I've also been thinking about doing some freelancing, or not freelancing. I think freelancing is not the word. Maybe just like a AI dev shop where I just make AI, you know, just advertise to small local businesses. Hey, man, let me make some software for you. Have you thought more about dice-related career? No. Hey, Nemo Tacos. What's happening? Contracting, I guess, but more than, I don't know. I want to build a company is like one of my lifelong goals. So whether it's AlgoBlazer or some dev agency, we'll see. Freelancing can be good, but chasing leads can be a lot of work. Yeah, that's why I'm not doing it right now. I don't want to chase leads. But even like building AlgoBlazer, like building it is one thing, but the hard part is not building in these days. I think it's like trying to get people to use it, which is similar to chasing clients. I think you use a lot of the same strategies. You gotta be active on social media. You gotta hype yourself up and post about your stuff all the time and self-advertise. I haven't started doing that yet for AlgoBlazer because I guess I'm still working on it. But as time goes on, I'm going to be shifting more of my personal cycles onto like the advertising and making content for the website or whatever, or just for like getting a job in general, versus using my cycles to like build AlgoBlazer. For the last 3 months or so, I've been just heads down coding, thinking about all these things and trying to like build the website. But it's getting to a point now where it's like I don't have to code as much, I think, and we'll see. I want to start streaming more as well, like the whole process. But I always want to do a lot of things, man, and I never get to them. So we'll see what happens. But I gotta go, man. It's past midnight. Samir streaming AlgoBlazer, so let's go in there. If you guys want to do more study groups, maybe we can convince Samir. Hey, Michael PC Gamer, what's happened? Thanks. Checking out AlgoBlazer. Is there like multiplayer? Yeah, so on AlgoBlazer, every single problem is its own multiplayer room. So, and there's a global chat. So anytime you're in a room, like you can see who else is in there. And did I already start the raid? Should I cancel the raid? No, I gotta go, man. Where's my chat? Wait, I'm gonna just cancel the raid just for you, Michael PC Gamer. So, what was I saying? Yeah, when I was making AlgoBlazer, I was thinking about my time in World of Warcraft and how every zone in World of Warcraft, I don't know if you played, but everywhere you are, like if you're in the crossroads, you can talk to anyone in the crossroads. If you're in Thunderbluff, you talk to anybody in Thunderbluff, you know? So I'm thinking like, yeah, if I'm doing twosome or whatever, I want to be able to talk to all the people doing twosome and seeing their activity. It feels like more collaborative, or like there's other people grinding with you, you know? You gather problems from multiple sources, yes. From LeetCode, most of the problems, from CSES, USACO, Geeks for Geeks, there's somewhere else. Code Forces, a couple problems, and maybe some other places as well that I'm not gonna say. But anyways, let's go raid Samir for real. Dynamic WebSockets? Yeah, I guess it's WebSockets. Hey, Q. Where's my camera? Oh, my lights turn off, man. Q Ultimus. Have a good night, man. I'm out of here. Michael PC Gamer. See you later. Thank you for checking out AlgoBlazer, Icy Black Deep, Nemo Tacos, Nira Vasca. Adios, amigos. Thank you very much for tuning in. Brett, have a good night, man. Glad to see you around. Raxo Sabe, Leet Whale, Brent Arata. See you later, guys. See you next time. Random Human US, everybody from YouTube, A Marty A, Insane Gamer. See you next time, man. I'm about to leave. You got here real late. Everybody, Woolly Debugger. See you next time. Wednesday is the next stream, I think. You have, yeah, they're all reworded actually. So some of them might be straight up copy pasted, but not many. Most of them are for sure reworded. And if you want to know which LeetCode problem, just search for the test cases. The test cases are the same, like the example test cases. That's a trick. Anyways, I'll see you guys next time. Adios.